Osun local government crisis. Inspector General of Police Egbetokun deploys tactical squad to Secretariats for 2 months. Can you imagine? So now the IGP is, sending police to go and secure all the secretariat for 2 months, the way they did in River State. Now the next thing is what? They are going to start court process, and they hope maybe within the 2 months they would have finished all the abracadabra they want to do in Osun State, and then APC will take over the state, because there's something these people are looking for. And the government is using instrumentality to support APC, and that is not a good one, I'm telling you. So amid the political crisis over the control of local government administration in Osun State, the Inspector General of Police, Egbetokun, has ordered the tactical police units to remain stationed at local government secretariats for the next 2 months to prevent further clashes. A senior police source who spoke on the condition of anonymity with Punch confirmed that the deployed officers had a directive to maintain security and prevent any unlawful occupation of the secretariat. Okay, so APC moves to freeze local government accounts. The crisis escalated on Sunday as the All Progressive Congress APC vowed to prevent the newly sworn-in local government chairman of the People Democratic Party (PDP) from accessing the council fund. So Nigeria News reports that this deployment follows the swearing-in of the PDP candidates who won the Saturday local government elections and made the APC boycott of the polls. Of course, now, so when you did not participate in the poll, what else do you want? So now they want to blame Adeleke, and Adeleke wants to do his own thing, and he's not looking at Oyetola. These two people from the same state, Oyetola has just been a problem in that state from the beginning. I don't understand what is wrong with these old politicians. Must somebody die because you want to be politically relevant and be in charge? Now, wow. So the APC, citing a recent Court of Appeal judgment, claims that its previously sacked local government chairman elected in 2022 have been reinstated. So a former special advisor on education to ex-governor Gboyega Oyetola, Jamiu Olawumi, said the APC leadership would instruct banks not to allow PDP elected officials to access local government accounts. We will write to all the regional managers of banks in Osun to tell them that there has been a change of leadership in the local government areas. Can you imagine? We will notify them that very soon we will approach them to effect a change of signatories to the account of councils. Any regional manager who sides with the PDP chairman is doing so at his own risk, Olawumi said. So you further describe the newly sworn-in PDP chairman as persona non grata and warned financial institutions against granting them access to public funds. So Adeleke orders PDP chairman to delay office resumption. So at the swearing-in ceremony on Sunday, Governor Adeleke directed the new PDP local government chairman and councillors to delay resumption of office at the Secretariat to avoid confrontation with APC-backed officials who had earlier forcefully occupied the premises. So Adeleke accused security agencies of aiding APC's illegal occupation of the councils and urged his party's elected officials to exercise patience. So PDP dismisses APC's threat. So in respect to APC move, the Osun PDP Director of Media, Oladele Bamiji, dismissed the threats as empty rhetoric, insisting that the newly elected PDP chairmen were the legitimate leaders of the local government. We don't think the APC would be so unreasonable. There are litigations here and there, and unless they want to start another controversy, they should follow due process, Bamiji said. So he emphasized that local government administration involved more than just the chairman stating that the local government does not just stop at the local council alone. There are other layers of governance that deals with local government administration. Security sources confirmed to Punch that operatives from the IGP's tactical units deployed to Osun will remain in the state until further notice to ensure there's law and order at the local government secretariats. Can you imagine? So what Egbetokun is doing now is supporting, to him is keeping or maintaining law and order. Again, Oyetola and his group are also there. Again, to where the question I was asking, where was the APC and Oyetola when the High Court in the state cancelled the election and nullified it? Where were they when the state was running all this period with the critical committee chairman? And where were they when Adeleke planned all the elections for onset? For close to 1 year, had been planning and putting things together. And now that the materials have been distributed or we are distributed for election to hold few days to the day of election, then the appeal court to release judgment. Is that not a way of causing problem in the state? Now, wow. Because Oyetola is now a minister of the Federal Republic, he's now using his federal might to oppress the governor. But the governor not send you, I'm telling you. All these things that are doing it, whether what APC is doing is right or wrong, nobody wants APC in power again because APC government has become something for the people. APC government is a menace now to the people of the country. Now, somebody said deployed them to Zamfara, Kaduna, Niger State, and Benue, okay, and Maiduguri, not Osun State. Of course, they will not do that. Meanwhile, Bello Toji is back. The military is mum. They can't say anything. The various comments made recently on this matter showed the type of people we are in this country. Appeal court gave a judgment, but the governor refused to obey at the expense of the innocent people who he claimed to govern. He then went to a lesser court to secure a kangaroo judgment that does not hold water. Do not be surprised that the same man may likely decamp to APC with flimsy excuses. I only pity many of you who blindly support the politicians. Well, you have said your own. The issue that the governor did not go to a lower court. What the governor did was, just to ignore. That first judgment happened weeks before Governor Adeleke was sworn in as governor. So now, on that, he went and got his own judgment, which nullified that election. I'm telling you. And now appeal court is coming from the other end now to give them confusion. I pity elections in this country. Now, if there is no House of Assembly which constitutionally have oversight or oversees the local government, either by President joint account, which is under control of state governors, not only Osun or PDP or local government autonomy. What about civil servants who are signatories? Can bank obey without incumbent signatories sign out with letterhead, paper, and official stamps? Who are going to be new signatories? The national ruling party, who won case of autonomy in Supreme Court, cannot demonstrate for past 7 months despite all, or cannot domesticate for past 7 months despite all apparatus belong to it. But flexing muscle on local government control via 2027 election plans in which only God has power to spare us alive. Hey, PTO, we are in soup in Nigeria at mockery of other nations. Biased judiciary, biased legislative, biased security personnel, biased politicians, biased religious leaders, biased individuals, biased faith. But I know that God is not biased. Thank you for your own comment. God will bless you, my brother. The judiciary, who is to be the last hope of last hope, or rather be a hope to the Nigerian, are biased. Corruption has eaten them down. unless the whole institution is overhauled, then we can have peace in Nigeria. Good observation. It's quite unfortunate that the way Nigeria is going, very soon, I tell you, this democracy we call democracy will break down completely.